Hey, hey, hey. Sorry I'm a little late, everyone. I had changed my time from 4 to 4:30 today. I'm still tired. Because last night I decided to do a pop-up live last night. And I'm still like half asleep. And I figured out what I decided to cook today. Today I am making oxtails, beans, and cornbread. I already started my oxtails. I just got to pull my beans from out from the fridge from last night that I had to pre-prep. And then once that's halfway done, I'll do my cornbread. That reminds me, I gotta grab them out my pantry. GP cornbread mix is the best. And I didn't post a link yet, so it'll give me a couple of minutes to post a link in a few. Dinner won't be done until maybe around 7-ish, Miss Racine. Not until like around 7. Because I started with my oxtails around uh right before 1. But the meal that I'm taking takes like a few hours to cook. So probably like around 5 I'll add my beans. Then around 6 I'll do my cornbread. And I'll show y'all how I normally do that. Uh, so I figured that I'll sit here and do a little bit of crocheting while I'm in the process of making dinner. And I'll post a link in a few minutes. Uh, Thank you, Miss Racine. Cause I started like around 1. Cause I know like for the past few Sundays, I know I've been like starting my dinner a little bit early because of the amount of time that it takes to cook. Cause normally I try to make like big dinners on Sundays to last for tonight and tomorrow, so I don't really have to cook tomorrow when I come home from work. I was going to do it in my crock pot, but I realized between the oxtails and the beans, they would not fit in my crock pot. The amount that I'm making. So I had to pull out my deep pot in order to fit everything in. And Ms. Ray, I'm still slightly tired from last night because I wasn't expecting to be on that long last night. My whole plan was to be on like for an hour, but wound up turning out to be like almost 3 hours. Thank you. I tried. I've been practicing. I've been trying. Thank you. Because like normally I don't come up on Saturdays. I normally don't. But last night I kind of bored, so I was like, well, I will just come up. It was either come up and do a live or go to sleep, and I wasn't ready to go to sleep yet. Because like when I looked at my phone and seen what time it was like a little bit after 1. And I was like, I need to go to sleep. And like when I woke up this morning, it was like what a little bit after 12 when I woke up. Hey, Miss Tina Bell. Because honestly, I thought I wasn't going to come up today. That's I'm still tired. Like I'm still very tired from last night. I'm not gonna lie. But I came up on anyways. So what is everybody doing today? And Miss Racine, did you ever finish those knitted socks that you did from the other day?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Now I don't feel so bad. You want you want to know what time I got up this morning?
What time?
10:30.
Like it was like a little bit after 12 when I woke up, and I was like, I was still tired.
I relate with you.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, normally on Sundays, I normally don't get up until like around 9 in the morning. And I'm like, I'm not doing the Saturday Live again for a while. That late at night.
Right. Okay. I just had a crochet hook. All right. I'll get organized. Well, I think I'll have to go find my crochet hook. But I'll show you what I got in case Mob, if Wally is watching, guess what I found?
You illuminating?
I got a loom. Not one, but two, but three. Because remember last night I said I had this one?
Yeah.
Well, I found this one. So one,
Ooh.
two, three. I got four of them. So, excuse the background TV noise. I grabbed a
You're
bag
fine.
of circular knitting needles because I was going to work on a cowl
Yeah.
and I have fuzzy gray yarn with finger weight scrunchy. It's got elastic in it, but I can't do anything with it. So I'm gonna just combine fiber together. And while we visit today, I'm going to make, for the first time, throwing a cowl together.
Well, I love throwing cows together, especially like when I have like scrap yarn left over.
Yes, yes.
I'll just take some of my scrap yarn because like I have this bag that I keep, like I have multiple bags with like different type of yarn in it, and sometimes I be having like balls of the size that you just showed, and I don't know what to do with them, so I'll just be like, I'll just crochet something with that and just make something out of it and see what I come up with.
Yeah, because you don't have enough to make a pair of socks or a pair of fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can I do? Well, I've been seeing everybody wearing these really fancy cowls. So I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do.
I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here stirring up my oxtail.
Okay. Well, I'll show you when you come back how I'm
I
going
can still see you.
to. Okay. Well,
I'm still right
people,
here.
you know how we have not the boxes of laundry detergent? If
Yeah.
you saw the balls of yarn, I'm using an old Tide, and I put my balls inside so they can roll around. Hey,
So I
you
use
gotta
the
make
plastic
things,
bags.
you gotta make it work, right?
Yeah. I use plastic bags for all my scrap yarns. And I just got also have these the shoe rack for all my bags. And
Okay.
I just put them all up there on the shoe rack. And then when I like, and once they start to get overfilled, I will just go grab a bag and just bring it down.
Right. I'm gonna turn me just a little because I see a bright light behind me. It's my closet, so that I'm not blinding everybody.
And I thought the way my sunlight is coming in from my kitchen window, it's like you can see it like right here, and that's just from my window.
Well, speaking of being down in the south, how warm is it today?
I'm in the north,
What part of the north?
PA.
That's right. You said you were over in Pennsylvania. Why was I thinking you were down in Louisiana?
I think it's because the way I talk, some people do think I'm from there.
Okay.
And you're not the only person that said that to me before. Even like where I live at now, and a lot of people think I'm from South somewhere. And I think I picked my accent up from my grandparents because my grandparents and my aunts and uncles are from down south. That's the reason why I
Mobs,
got this accent.
here, Mobs, I'm going to let you say hi to my husband. He was just asking who was in Pennsylvania. So here. Pennsylvania.
Hi,
Are you
husband.
there?
Mhm.
This is
Hi.
Tom. Say who you are.
I'm Tom. What part of Pennsylvania you from?
Pittsburgh,
What part of Pittsburgh?
Allegheny County.
Okay. I used to live in Johnstown and Somerset.
That's not too far from me. That's what about like an hour drive from where I live at.
Hour and a half.
Roughly. All depends on who's driving.
And traffic.
Yeah.
The
That's
parkway
like
can be a
maybe
bugger.
hour tops.
That parkway can be a real bugger.
Not if you know the back ways. If you know the back ways, you'll be just fine.
Okay, well, y'all take care.
You too, hon.
I came in to get my wannabe beer.
I'm cutting him back. His diabetes is getting a little high again. So I'm like, You can only have certain carbohydrates after 3 o'clock. He's like, what? Gotta have my stuff.
My husband's the same way sometimes. Though he give you that little certain attitude a little bit like, oh my, oh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But we
And I
love him
tell him,
anyways.
well, picture this. He is 6'2", and he used to be 260 pounds. I let him eat as much carbohydrates and processed foods until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then after 1 o'clock, he has to eat all natural fruit and vegetables and no carbohydrates, but 1 carbohydrate for dinner. He is now
Yeah.
down to 199, and he used to drink in the semi pitcher this big around and this tall, 3 a day of sweet tea. He
Ooh.
don't have no more sweet tea. He drinks unsweetened tea, and it took him about a month and a half to get to where he could tolerate it. Now
Yeah.
if he drinks soda or sweet tea, look at this face, Mo. He goes, oh, that's like drinking molasses. And he's
I
only
love sweet tea.
57. Well, picture this. You know, with riding in the semi, we went up to Boston, Massachusetts, and we went to a 5-star restaurant. And we
Yeah.
took the tractor and we stopped at a restaurant. And I said, can I have some unsweet tea? They brought me 8-ounce cup of hot water, 2 tea bags, and 4 packs of sugar and a glass of ice, and say, dunk your tea bags, mix your sugar, and there's your sweet tea, and then pour it over the ice, and then you have your sweet tea. I like, are you serious? And they go,
Wow.
we just don't sell enough sweet tea up here in Boston, Massachusetts. And I says, well, maybe you should get back to the Boston Tea Party and get more tea go brewing, and maybe you'll get more people drinking sweet tea. The waitress, she did not like my sense of humor. I was
Oh,
like,
straight laugh.
my husband, he says, I can't believe you said that. I says, Boston is famous for their tea. He says,
They
honey,
are.
you're in the wrong century.
They really are known for tea too.
Yeah. But I was
I
so
don't
excited.
know that I'm live today.
Say
I
that
don't know if
again?
she knows that I'm live.
Well,
I don't know if she knows I'm live or not.
Well, after we got off, I stayed up for about another hour unfolding or refolding clothes. See, I have a cabinet that with moving and stuff to save on boxes and stuff. I had this old wooden china hut, you know, like the old M.O.B.S where you would open it and everybody would put their coats or dress suits and stuff. I had that plumb full of clothes just so that the shippers could bring it to the house. Well, now that I'm unpacking, Tom says, so when are you going to unpack that closet so you can hang up your clothes and see what you have? Well, I didn't know that I had stuck one of my looms in. So as he went to sleep, I opened up and I started moving the clothes, and I had some like 3 or 4 fitted sheets and pillowcases and stuff. And when I pulled all that stuff out, there was that plastic container with all those looms. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go and see if Mo is on or if Wally's on, and I'll let him know that I got my loom ready. Nobody was on. Everybody went to bed. So I'm like, oh yeah.
Because I ended it around like, I think it was like a little bit after 1 when I ended it. And I'm like, I'm going to sleep because I was going to stay on for like a little bit longer until I realized what time it was. And I was like, so let me get off. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. But I was so
so tired
excited.
last night. It wasn't even funny.
Now, is that the longest that you've stayed on?
No. About three and a half weeks ago, I was on for like 3.5 hours.
Okay.
But I normally stay on for about like two and a half. All depends.
Okay.
It all depends on like what kind of mood I'm in that day. If I'm not tired, I will stay on for about like 3 hours, 4 hours. But if I'm
Right.
tired, I will stay on for about 2.5.
Nice. Okay, that's an I. That's a J. I'm seeing how to cast on my stitches, Mo.
Are you crocheting?
No, actually, I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to crochet a chain, and then I'm going to pick up my stitches so it can be flary on a size 13 circular needle. And I'm just going to go round and round and round and just make like a long cowl.
Uh-huh.
But what I first did is like just cast it on my needles, and I didn't have enough stitches. So I was like, well, so that I can know how long I want it, I'm going to just chain it, and then I'll pick up my stitches.
Mm. Ooh,
So
hot, very hot.
off the top of your head, which do you do your cowls? Do you crochet them or do you knit them?
I crochet them.
How many stitches do you put on?
I normally do about six, between 4 and 6, sometimes 8.
Okay.
It all depends on like what size I'm making. If I'm doing like a small cow, I'll do like 5 or 6. If I'm doing like a
Okay.
medium one, I'll go ahead and stick to like 6 or 7. But if I'm doing a large one, I will
Yeah.
do like 8 to 10.
And then you just go back and forth and then you seam it together.
Yes.
I like that. That should
It
be
all
wide
depends
enough.
on like how big I want it too. So
Well, I think I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to just, I cast it because it's, being that I got 4 strands, a finger weight. So I'm going to say it's like a thing of 5 weight. So
yeah.
I'm going to just go back and forth. And then
Because
that
I
will give
normally
me
go
the,
back and forth with my stitches. And if I'm doing like a king size, I go up to like I'll start my chain off with like 10.
yeah, that's what I have here. With watching your podcast since Christmas, I have learned so many techniques from you, and they're so simple.
I try to make
Now,
things like when I first started crocheting like years ago, my teenage years,
yeah,
that I learned from this older lady that lived next door to me. And she sat there
nice.
and crocheted and knit. And she
Right.
specifically said, as long as you know the basic stitches, that you can
Yeah,
pretty much do anything. And then
right.
I had stopped for a while. After the last when I did stop, the last thing I did make before I picked it back up again was my son's blanket. And when I was pregnant with
Right.
him. And then after I had him, I stopped for so many years.
Right.
And then
Was
I
it
picked
just
it
general?
back up.
Was it just life in general, or did
It was
what?
like life in general because like between my family, my husband, myself, work, and especially with me having a newborn baby at the time. So I just stopped. And then I
Okay.
recently picked it back up about maybe 4 years ago.
Nice.
And ever since then, like I've been crocheting ever since, like different things. And some things like I do like make up. Sometimes I do combine stitches and sometimes I don't. It all depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
Right.
If I make up a stitch or something like that, it's just like something small. But if I'm doing like
Okay.
a big project or something, I will just stick to one stitch if I'm doing a big project.
Okay. Well, when I was 5 years old, that's when my grandma taught me, and
Hmm.
everything was by sight. I could just look at a picture, and she said, you just figure out and just use basic stitches. And
Hmm.
then when I was a senior in high school, one of my dad's friends' wife crocheted, and all she did was read patterns.
Yeah.
And she goes, would you like to learn how to read patterns? I was like, I was so intimidated. I'm like, oh, no, 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 that's okay. She says, here is 4 books, and I want you to go through, and if you see a pattern that you like, you know how to single crochet, half double crochet, and triple crochet. And
Hmm.
she says, if you find a pattern, then we'll read it together and I'll teach you how to read. Now I can do both, and
Yeah.
it is so fascinating. You know, like when you're just in a frump and you really don't have a pattern, you don't know what you want to do. That's when I just
Mhm.
look and I put a needle in my hand or crochet hook in my hand, and I just start doing stuff. Like here,
Yeah.
I've got I've got 18 stitches, and it's a 5 weight yarn, and I'm just doing knit one, purl one, and then it will just kind of have that wavy flare. And look at how
Mhm.
loose it looks. And then I'll just take your technique and just use up all the yarn until I have just enough to seam it together. And as we were talking yesterday, purple is my color, and I found some purple and gray, and it just highlights that purple.
Because I had used purple and I finally done with my husband's blanket since the last time that you was on.
You'll have to show me that because you keep telling me that you finished it and I haven't seen it yet.
I can go grab it real quick to show you.
Okay, would you do that for me?
Uh huh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ooh.
Hi, Miss Tina. Hi, Miss Samantha. Hi, Vargas. It's nice to see you all. I hope you guys are having a great day. M.O.B, I don't know if you heard, she's going to go get her blanket. But tell me, what is in your cup and what is on your hook?
Yeah, I got it.
That's beautiful. Is he using it now?
Yes. And what's
You
funny, the
did
only thing
a,
I do left was this border on it.
Hey,
just
I'm
a
running.
second, Mobs.
I'm running down and picking up Devin
Okay,
and bringing him back.
okay. Thanks, honey, for letting me know you're leaving. Now, how big a blanket is that? Did it actually
A
turn out?
king, it's a king
Wow.
size.
Okay.
And the only thing I had left to do was this border on it.
Now,
That was it.
how long did that take you to make it?
I started right before Christmas, and I got done with it last Sunday. The only
Good
reason
for
why I took so long is
you.
because of work and the house and stuff. So if I was like doing it like nonstop, it would have took me
Mhm.
about like a week and a half to finish.
Right.
Right.
Now, did you just do single strand, or
It's
I mean
single
like a
strand.
4-ply?
Yeah.
It was 4-ply weight. Okay.
Hmm.
That just is beautiful.
Thank you. And ever since then, I did a couple set of pot holders. These
Okay.
are the ones I kept for myself.
Right.
Still had yarn out, some yarn left over from making the pot holders, so I started making the shawl out of what was left.
Nice.
And then I'm going to add one more ball, then I'm done with the shawl, then I don't know what I'm going to do next. And let me go give this back to him because he was covered up with it.
Okay, tell him I said thank you for letting me see it.
I will. He said you're welcome.
Aw. Well, we woke up to a happy sunshine this morning. They said on Wednesday when we got home, between midnight and
Mm-hmm.
noon today, we were supposed to get precipitation with a possible chance of 4 inches of that white fluffy stuff. I can't say it because then my husband says I'm swearing, and he says we
Yeah.
don't swear in this house. So we don't say, here, I'll tell and I'll whisper it to you, because he left to go get his son because they're going to do his taxes. He says if it snows, that's the worst kind of cussing a truck driving person can hear. So I said, okay, I'll just say that white fluffy stuff. He says that's okay. But
When I
last,
got up this morning, it was like when I got up, there was nothing but sun. And then went to the store. And it was like so bright. I'm like, I never seen this amount of sun in the middle of winter,
I
especially
know.
in the month of February.
Yeah. Now picture, we drive all over the United States. We typically stay between the Appalachian Mountains and the Rockies, and we go from border to
Yeah.
border. But there are chances we can go out to California, to Washington, to New
Hmm.
York, to Maine and stuff. But I've been talking to like my family out in Montana, and they said they've just been getting blizzards. My cousins down in Arizona, this is supposed to be their summertime right now. They're supposed to be getting like
Yeah.
90s to triple digits. They said it's like 40 degrees, 60 degrees,
Mm.
it's raining. They're like, man, it's the weather is bipolar. Where it's supposed to be hot, it's cold. Where it's supposed to be cold, it's hot. Where it normally
Yep.
snows, they're getting rain. Where they normally get rain, like I have a lot of friends that live down in Florida and Georgia and Alabama. They said it's just been raining and flooding.
Yeah.
And I said, you know,
Wow.
I'll be a little
'Cause I know,
educational to how.
like normally where I live at, from October to like the end of February is nothing but cold normally. But for the past
Yeah.
two winters, is like not been the same for the past two winters. Whereas like on the
Right.
days it will be like 30 something degrees, and I know on these
Uh-huh.
particular days should be below 20 degrees with snow on the ground.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like,
Right.
it's like 40 something degrees outside. And I'm like, 40 degrees outside. I'm outside with a light coat on, a pair of pants, and I'm used to going outside with some thermals, two pairs of socks on, a coat, a jacket, a hoodie, and about like three shirts on.
Right.
But it's just like been all types of jacked up.
Yep. Normally this time of the year, I'm wearing like long sleeves and insulated underwear, the long johns, and a heavy pair of denim jeans. I've got uh, a white
Mhm.
t-shirt, what the guys call the muscle shirts. I've got a short sleeve, and I'm
Yeah.
wearing a pair of denim shorts, and I'm still sweating. I'm
Mhm.
like, man,
And
it's
like
just
right
getting
now, like in
so.
my kitchen, I'm normally I have the heat on blast around this time of year. I got my heat
Yeah.
set on 45, and I'm hot.
Yep.
I'm hot right now.
Yep. I've already drank 4 glasses of ice water, and Tom says, just looking at you drinking that ice water makes me cold. He says, I got a chill this morning. I said, not me. I said, when we go outside, I zip my coat up and I'm not breathing and trying to talk when, if it's like late or early in the morning when the sun hasn't come out to warm it up. I said, you need to dress appropriately for the weather, and then you wouldn't be getting those spring chills.
Right. That's true. That is so true.
Yeah.
Because normally when I go outside, like even when I get ready for work in the early mornings, normally the like coldest when I leave out. And I'm outside wrapped up like this. And I'm like, I'm just go outside, just a jacket on, my work clothes, my work
Yep.
shoes, and just be alright.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm not even cold. I'm hot.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, and people looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like,
Yep.
I'm kind of used to weather because I used to live up there by Lake Erie. And when
Right.
I used to live up there, the winters up there is bad up there because the whatever snow that we got, it was from Canada, and then it came across the lake, and then it came to
Did you hear
us
me
as soon as
now,
it.
Okay. I'm back. Devin's at home.
Okay.
He wanted to go home for a little bit.
Okay.
Then he said when he was going to have dinner with us.
Okay.
I'll be out watching TV.
Okay. All right, I'm going to show you my progress, Mom. Look at this. It's 18 stitches, and see how it's got like a rib look?
Uh-huh.
And it's really nice
I
and
love
soft. I do too.
it. I love it. I
I
really do love it.
I don't know. I do too. I really like how you can add fiber, and if it's, I mean, the gray is mohair, and it has kind of like little fuzzies. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
See how it's got
Yeah.
fuzzies? And then the purple, it's got like 3 different colors. It's got a light purple, a dark purple, and then a white in it, and they both got the mohair in it, and it's 10%
Yes.
acrylic. And when you put those 3 together, or the 3 together, it just makes it so soft.
It looks soft. It looks very
It's just
soft.
it's just been like the last 3-4 years that I've started mixing acrylics and mohair and wool together, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
when you wash it, it's gonna shrink. And I said, well, if I'm just gonna be wearing it occasionally, I'm not gonna be washing it every other day in the
Yeah.
wash. It's not gonna shrink. But like my socks or a hat that I might wear more so in the wintertime or whatever, I'm gonna use less
Yeah.
wool or mohair and put higher cotton and acrylic in with the cotton or mohair,
Hmm.
and then it's going to have a less chances of it shrinking. And the way that they process the fibers
Yeah.
nowadays, it's not as itchy and scratchy, like back in the 70s.
Yes.
My grandmother, she used to do a lot of fiber practicing and stuff, and she would have a lot of her own children say, you better not make me a pair of socks. You better not make me a pair of this or that, because I don't want to have that scratching. Well, nowadays, it don't even feel scratchy. Have you noticed that too?
Yeah. Like that's another reason why I prefer to work with acrylic more often, a lot compared to like other yarns. Like I can
Mm-hmm.
use work with other yarns, I can, but
Uh-huh.
the stuff that I do be making is like I like to use all year round. So that's the reason why I prefer acrylic, and plus on top of that, it's washable and dryable,
Yes.
and it's also easy to work with. And a lot of people ask me why do I prefer this particular kind of yarn, and I tell them they was like, "Well, do you work with any others?" And I was like, "I do, but it's not my choice. It's like by choice. If it's not
Yeah.
acrylic, I don't really work with it, but I will work with others if I choose to. All
Okay.
depends on like the if the all depends like on the softness and if I like the colors. If I
Right.
like it, I'll get it. But I like to use my preference, my go-to choice is acrylic. While I
Okay.
work with others, yes. And it's just that I don't know why.
Well, this I can give my opinion on that. Acrylic is a lot more affordable, where when you start adding the price of people processing the fiber to get it into the yarn contact, it the more that you have to break it down to get it into being a yarn, the more they're going to charge you for that. And then they're not going to give you a lot of weight value like you do with the acrylic. Now, I'm just
Yeah.
exaggerating so nobody yell at me. Let's say you get 500 grams of acrylic, you can make a lot of stuff with that. Now, where you get like,
Yeah.
let's say 150 grams of the mohair, you're more limited to what you can make. And
Uh-huh.
then you got to be real creative with the lesser weight of the grams of the yarn versus, well, you guys heard what I said last night about Tom's socks. And if you didn't, I'll share again. I was buying the Burnett baby blanket acrylic, and I made him the tube
Uh-huh.
sock. I mean, I went to town, and he really enjoyed that, and it kept his feet warm. Well, since then, now he's got the feel of the good fiber. I think I opened up myself a can of worms because now he's like, when my socks gonna get done? When my socks gonna get done? Now, since from last night, I've done the rib, I've done around the ankle, and I've dropped off all the gusset stitches, which makes the turn so you can go
Yeah.
down now to your feet. And he says, I'm gonna be working on other
Mm.
stuff today, because when you work with that little fine thread, your hands
Yeah.
are doing a lot more stuff, and you can relate. If remember the other day when you were working with that big needle crochet
Yeah.
hook and you're like getting a real workout. It's the same concept when you use smaller needles. You have to give your hands a break.
And like I still got
So
that project too that I still got to finish. It's just sitting there. Cause I was like last night, not last night, the day before, I was in the
okay.
process of doing my shawl, and I happened to look over. I was like, should I pick that up and start it, or should I just leave it there for a couple more days? I was like, I'll leave it there for a couple more days until I feel like picking it back up.
I can relate.
It's just
That's like
it's
I
like
told
sitting there
Tom.
in the chair, and I'm like,
Yep.
should I or shouldn't I?
Yep. I told
And
him
I'm
by
like, oh
Wednesday
my
you'll have
god.
your socks then. You'll have your new pair of socks by Wednesday. He's like, okay. He says, I just want to see how it feels with putting my cowboy boots on and how they keep my
Yeah.
feet warm. So I can't
And
wait
I'm
for
like,
him to
oh my
try it.
gosh. And I love coming up. I love when you come up with my lives in this racing. I love it when you come up because you be cracking me up.
Well, thank you.
I love it when you come up, and I enjoy
Well,
talking to you too. I really enjoy talking to you. I enjoy every
you really got
talking to everybody.
Absolutely. And, like what I was saying last night, that if we all get together and take turns coming up on your platform, we get to know each other and we get to see we don't have to be intimidated when we're going through stuff, that we can share things and know, you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna share a little bit of growing up. I had a half sister, and she really took me through the ringer. She was jealous. She was a little bit heavier than
Mm,
I was. She was teased that she took towards my mom's side of the family, which she had
yeah.
freckles and red hair, and because she was always picked on, because as you can see my complexion, I am Italian. And so she always
Yeah.
felt like she was an oddball. So she was always constantly trying to drown me, disrespect me. And so to have someone always over your shadow saying you're no good or whatever, you've shown me how to start looking at myself and accepting I am a beautiful person.
Uh-huh.
I I can go through my experiences and I can share with you or on the platform, and other people come up and
Yeah.
say, I had the same thing going through. But you have to learn how to love yourself and forget the past and what some people say.
Mhm.
If they've got a problem with you, it's their problem. It's not your problem. And you don't have to fix
And
everybody.
that's
Only
true.
one we're responsible for is themselves. And
That is
I
so
have seen
true.
that more in work or in new family members coming into a marriage. You know,
Yeah.
Tom has 3 kids, and picture this, Mobs. They are 26, 24, and 21. They intimidate the EBGBs out of me. It's like they look at me and I'm like, what are they thinking? What are they going to say?
All right.
But when I found that concept, if they've got a problem and if I didn't do anything to disrespect them or say anything harsh, then I'm doing
Yeah.
what the Lord asked me to do. They're the one that has a problem, not me.
That is true. But like when growing up, my mom had 4 kids, me, my 2 sisters, and my brother. And I
Mm-hmm.
always been like the outcast of out of all my siblings.
Okay.
And they attracted more people than I did. And so I always been the black sheep of my family. And I came to the
Okay.
realize I can't control it. I love me for me, so who gives a heck? I enjoy
Yes.
myself. I love the way I look.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm learning that in an old age.
And like as long as you love yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody else say about you. Yes, sometimes it hurts a little bit, but I'd rather hurt it a little bit than someone physically trying to hurt me. And like I get where you coming from, Ms. Racing. I honestly do.
It's hard. And they say that when someone looks at you and keeps staring at you and they don't say nothing, but they keep on going up and down
Mhm.
and looking at you, the silence words are louder and more intimidated than if, okay, let's say you saw me before I got my hair colored. They've already started coming up. My the With Tom's 3 kids, the oldest one and the baby of the family, they won't have nothing to do with us. But the little one, he saw me, he goes, "What you do to your hair?" And at first I thought he was saying something negative. And I said, well, because I've been
Yeah.
coloring my hair, it's been damaging my hair and it's been drying out my hair, so I have to quit coloring it. He goes, "You're so pretty. You should have never been coloring your hair brown. I like you with your black hair." I was like, really? But you know, when you first get that first question, why did you stop coloring your hair? Why did you color it black? You know, it's like you never know what you're going to get, a compliment or disrespect or anything.
Yeah, that is true.
But it's just been within the last 5 or 6 years that I'm now learning how to entertain myself, compliment myself, and tell myself I have to look at times, because before I married Tom, I was in a abusive, mentally, physically, and emotionally abusive relationship. And I divorced the guy, and he used to say I was no good. And so there's been times, you know, that I look in the mirror and I tell myself, I am pretty. I am worthy. I have
That's
something
true.
that I can share. And right now I've got a couple of my grandchildren saying, Nana, will you teach me how to crochet? Will you teach me how to knit? I never thought I would be able to have someone come and say whatever
Right.
I'm doing is
Be able
beautiful.
to have some. True. I'm still listening. I'm making the cornbread right now. That's why.
Okay. Well, someone put a red X on the chat, and I was just seeing everybody was just saying hi in the chat. So where I have to go
Oh,
down on
there
the
was
bottom.
a troll. There was a troll in the chat. That's why, and I
Okay.
caught it.
Thank you. So
You're welcome.
how do you make your cornbread? And I'll tell you how I make mine. And all of the kids and family now like how I make my cornbread. But tell me how you make yours.
It's normally eggs, milk, and sugar.
Okay. Well, you know, in the
And
grocery store,
then I put it in.
go ahead, finish, tell me. Okay.
Huh?
You want to know how I make my
It's
cornbread?
pretty much the cornbread, eggs, milk. But I would
Well,
love to try some.
well, here's a quick easy if you're really pressed for time. Go to the store and get the Jiffy Box cornbread mix,
Yeah.
and then go over to the vegetables and get a can of cream corn. And if you already have an egg at home and some milk, you pour the Jiffy mix cornbread in a bowl. You
Yeah.
break your egg into the mix, you pour your can of cream corn, and you just start stirring it together where it's the consistency of your batter mix. If it's a little dry, I know start out with maybe a tablespoon, no more than 3 tablespoons of milk.
Yeah.
And then you can either flour and oil your you know your bread pan, you know, like
Yeah.
your 9 by 13, you know, the square cake pans.
Yeah.
And then I just put it in for like 350 for about 15 to 30 minutes, and I do the toothpick test. Or Tom has bought me 2 sets of
Mhm.
the cast iron. Remember the old days where you had like the cast iron and they looked like ears of corn?
Yes.
He
You
bought,
talking about something like this?
yes. And I just put the
Yeah,
cornbread
I
in there,
got
yep,
2 of 'em.
and just make a big round cornbread. And since I've been adding the cream corn in it, it gives a little bit
Yeah.
more fiber to it. And everybody's like, I didn't know that
Mm.
they started putting chunks of corn in the thing. I says, the secret's in the
Yeah.
sauce. The secret's in the recipe.
Yeah.
But I had a lady,
Cause right now
when
I'm making a cornbread for dinner tonight.
yum,
As soon as I
she come up
can.
from Florida and she was showing me how to cook when I left home. I was 19. I did not know how to cook. My mom didn't teach us how to cook. And since then, I've had different
I
people.
love cooking.
Up, Wally's in the house.
Okay. I
Hi,
got. She's in
Wally.
the thing now. I
In
have to
the
bring her
chat.
up.
Well, if you bring her up, let me know so I can go get the surprise because I don't know if she heard us talking.
Oh, you want to go grab them now before I bring her up?
Yes, let me go get it. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm coming, Wally.
Okay, I'm
Ah,
back.
come on, fingers dry. There we
Okay,
go.
I'm back.
There she go.
Hello, hello,
There's Wally.
girlfriend.
Hey, hey, hey.
How are you today?
Finding you.
I'm fantastic. Well, you know how we stayed up really late last night talking and chatting and enjoying everybody's company?
Yeah.
And remember I told you that this is the only kind of loom I have?
Yes.
And I also told you unpacking, and I'll have to see if I have any looms, or I'll have to see if we can afford it and go to the store and buy some
Yeah.
new looms. Well,
Yes, yes,
after
yes, yes,
getting
yes,
off with you, guess what I got?
What? No, you did not.
I I'm gonna switch. Let's see if I can do this.
I can make it big if you want me to.
Okay, if you can make it big, and then I'll just turn around and show you, and I'll tell Wally what I did. Okay, so when we were moving, let me get you this way. There we go. I basically put all my clothes in an old cabinet so that I could save on
There
boxes.
you go.
And if you can see, all these clothes were stacked up in this closet. So when I gone through and I unpacked it, on the bottom of the cabinet, I found 4 round looms. So now I have the different sizes where I can make a hat. And I was so excited. And I went back on YouTube and I'm like, I'm going to see if Wally's still up. I'm going to see if she's still up. Well, you had gotten offline. So I thought, well, I sure hope she comes in today so I can show her. I've got my hook. I've only got the one hook. I don't got the double hook. But now we just got to wait for M.O.B.S to get hers, or whoever wants to learn how to start with their looms. You can teach us how to use our looms.
Okay.
Aren't you excited?
Yes, I am. So happy.
I'll be getting mine next week.
Okay.
That will work because I'll take them in the semi, and I'll take just some skein of yarn. Now it's the 4-ply, right? The number 4, Wally?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, whenever you are, just let me know and give me a notification that you're gonna go on, and my bell will ring
Now
and
with the
say,
hat I use the small one now for the
the
baby
single
hat.
hook. Okay.
No. I use the small one round one for the baby hat.
Is that the blue one?
The small one. What's the smallest one you got in the loom?
Okay, I've never opened this up, so let me see if I can open it.
Go ahead and open it and I'll tell you which one. That's the smallest one you got, right?
That's the smallest one.
Perfect. That's the baby one.
Okay.
So the other one, the next one, it's the kids one. And the biggest
Okay.
one you got, that's a short size hat.
Okay, so see, look, I've got 4 of them. So you said this is the baby,
Mm-hmm.
then this is the next size up.
Yeah, it's the kids one.
So then this is like a teenager's and then an adult.
Yeah. Yeah, just say like that, yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, I will open up this one so that I can take the hook and the crochet hook and the needle, and I'll put it all in together, so then I'll have just one bag instead of carrying 2 bags into the semi. Because picture this, you guys. Our semi, we have a
Yeah.
extended queen size bed that we sleep on, but we have a
Yeah.
twin size bed up on top.
Mm.
Tom said I needed to sort through my stuff because I had way too much stuff in the semi. So I didn't realize I had knitting books, bags of yarn. I like to do different kind of Bible studies. I pulled out 9 bags out of the semi.
Wow.
Mom, Wally and I are frozen.
Wally just came back up.
I accidentally kicked myself out by mistake.
Ray, can I interrupt for a second? Did you
Am
see what we had in the
am I frozen too,
truck?
Miss Racine?
Yeah, let me go out and I'll come back up in just
No. Don't have to go out there. How much?
Am I frozen as well? She's coming back, Wally. And I'm sorry I didn't call you.
It's what you been doing?
Huh?
What you been doing
Cooking?
before that?
Sleep?
You went back to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I went back to sleep.
Girl, why you didn't tell me you went back to sleep? I took a nap too, but you didn't wake me up to call me, tell me you was on.
Girl, by the time I realized I didn't call nobody. Because I got
You
up
in your
about like,
bed.
I think it was like 3 o'clock when I got back up.
Dang, mom, you on your lesson.
It was like after I got off the phone with you this morning earlier. That was like around like 12:30, and then
Mm-hmm.
I went back to sleep around 1, a little bit after 1. and woke up about 3:30. I was asleep.
Um,
And then I got up, went to the store, came back home, start straightening up the house, and then I wound up changing my time from 4 to 4:30 because I knew I wasn't going to make it at 4. And then I didn't even call nobody. I wasn't even thinking about calling nobody, honestly.
oh,
Because I'm like, after I eat tonight, I swear I'm going to sleep. I am not lying.
yeah, you gotta get up early tomorrow, don't you?
Yep. I gotta get up super early tomorrow. I have to get up at 6:30.
Dang.
Yeah, I gotta get up at 6:30 in the morning because I have to take my son to school. Then I have to be to work by 9. So I start
Mm-mm-mm.
making dinner in the process. And give me a second. I gotta give something to my husband real quick.
Okie dokie. Speaking of that. Okay, there we go. I got a key.
Thank you for supporting me. You want a snack or something? A snack or something? Because I didn't come on the head. Because I didn't come on the head. I know. You never told me the reason why. You still love me? Okay, I'm back, y'all.
Okay. Yeah, because I was always sick about you. I said, where my friend moms go?
Hey, Miss Gloria, how are you doing? Because, girl, I was like so tired last night. I like that would be a while before I go on a Saturday night again. It's like a once a month type of thing to go on a Saturday night again.
Yes, it is for you.
Man, like I'm still tired.
I'm sorry I kept you up so long.
Tired. All I want to do is like just lay in my bed. Cause like honestly,
Stop.
I wasn't even want to come up today. Honestly, that's how tired I still am.
I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean you stay up that long.
No, you're fine. Cause like when I came on last night, I was only planning on to be up for like maybe an hour, hour and a half tops. Turned out from being an hour, hour and a half tops to almost 3.5 hours. Because I went back this morning when it like a little bit ago before I came on. I looked. It was 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Done?
3 hours and 45 minutes. That's up there
Mm-hmm.
with the one day I did the 4 hour when we did the 4 hour live the other day.
Mhm.
when it was on for 4 hours.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing this again on a Saturday night for a while.
I believe you, Mom. I believe you.
I'm
Hey, do
back.
y'all wanna see me crochet or something?
Mm, we, yeah.
What you making over there, Miss Way
I
Way?
will I will show you. I had these two small balls of yarn. One is acrylic and mohair in the purple and gray and white. And then I had this mohair and acrylic in a gray. And so with the two of them, I was talking with M.O.B.S, and I always wanted to make a cowl because there's not enough to make a pair of socks, fingerless gloves, or a hat. So I'm making me a cowl. And
Mm.
I crocheted 18 stitches, and then I slipped them on to this size 13 circular knitting needles. And Mom says she crochets and makes her cowl, and she just goes back and forth. So that's what I'm
Mhm.
doing with the knitting needles. I'm just going back and forth, and I'm going to use up the yarn, and then I'm going to take my two pieces together, and then I'm going to seam it together, and I have a scrunchy cowl.
Ooh, that's neat. I'm listening, y'all. I'm trying to find my blue crocheting hook. I'm always losing stuff. Oh, there it is. Underneath my pillow.
Well, before I
Found it.
froze up, I was telling you all that I took out a dozen bags. I have a, those blue tote grocery bags that you can get to put your groceries in the grocery, you bring your groceries home in those bags.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
With going
Mm-hmm.
through my knitting bags and crochet bags, I now have one of those bags plumb full of little bags like this. I've got crochet hooks, I've got knitting needles, I've got double points. Tom said to me after I went through it and showed him all my needles and crochet hooks, he says, well, do you think we had to go and buy you those size 4 knitting needles so you could finish my socks? I'm like, I didn't have no other pair. I didn't have no others. I needed that you bought for me yesterday.
Mm-mm.
Like, I can't believe how much stuff we can accumulate.
Like my husband said, I got too many crochet hooks that we had to go out. Like, cause went to my local Dollar Tree, and you know those pencil pouches, and I bought one. And when I gathered up all my crochet hooks, I have about 26 of them all together in different sizes. And I'm like, ooh. So I'm not allowed to buy any more crochet hooks for a while.
Well, here, I'll go get the bag and I'll bring it in and I'll just kind of tilt it sideways and you can see. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm sorry I didn't call you
No,
Wally.
it's okay. Girl, you got me hooked on making clean blankets. Now I need to teach me how to make a king, full, and a twin, and I'm done. Can you teach me how to make those two?
You
And
pretty
I'm
much
done.
keep doing what you're doing now until it gets to a king size blanket.
No, how you make the twin and the full?
You with the twin and the full, you just use less of yarn that you're making.
So how much yarn do you make for a full?
I normally use between 10 and 12 skeins of
Okay,
yarn.
10, 12 for a full, right?
Yes, for a queen, you add on two two more for a queen, and then for a king, you add
5.
about five more to the queen, and then you got your king size blanket.
So if I add one more to it, this will be a king, right?
Yes.
I ain't making a king right now. I'm making a queen, but in the next color, I'm gonna make the green one gonna be a king.
And then if that one's going to be a queen, stop at what you're using now.
You
Stop
ready?
about using. You said the you see two up. The you see.
Wait, did you use your second ball yet?
That's what I'm doing now.
Are you using your second ball?
Yes.
Then stop right there. That will be your queen size blanket.
What? Can I
Not a
finish
king
the
size.
pulling again? Stop.
Now finish up what you're using now, and then you got a queen size blanket. Finish up what you're using now, and you got queen size.
Okay. Why you got me hooked on making big blankets now?
Because you see me working on my husband's blanket. That's why.
And you never know what tomorrow's winter is going to be like for next year. So you're making for the future. Right, Mobs?
And
Okay.
don't forget to her making it for the healing
Right.
ministry.
So far,
The Healing
of
Ministry.
2021, I made 4 king size blankets in the course of 2021.
Nice. Okay.
And that's in between making shawls, pot holders, hats, dishcloths.
So my green one gonna have to be. Can my green one be a king size blanket?
Uh-huh.
I got enough yarn for to make a king size blanket.
Yeah.
So how much do you need for a twin size?
For a twin size, you're going to need about like 8. But also, it depends on what type of yarn that you're using too. If are you using a bulky yarn, a 3-weight yarn, a 4-ply yarn? Using.
Different yarns mixed in different shades of blue.
Girl, then use what you got. What you got in your stash. Because
I
that's what
am.
I be
I
doing.
got enough to make the blue. That's what I'm doing now. You know the stash I get.
Mobs, can you hear me?
I'm not allowed to buy crochet hooks or yarn for a while until I use up what I got upstairs in my room.
Same with me too. That's why I ain't buying no more yarn either.
Can
So
you
I
hear me?
use it. Blue.
But my difference is, while my husband said I can't
I don't have a
until I
husband.
start using up some of the yarn. I can hear you, Miss Racine.
Well, I
And
froze,
I'm
so
so
I'm going to
happy
go
that
out
I'm pronouncing her name right.
Huh?
I'm happy that I'm pronouncing her name right. I'm so happy.
Oh, tell me Dwayne about why I'm making these blankets for.
You're frozen, Miss Racine. You're frozen.
Who me?
Can you see
No,
me?
Miss Racine, she's frozen.
Miles, tell her why I'm making these blankets for.
You gotta give me a second because she's frozen right now, and I might have to like drop her and then bring her back up.
Okay.
Yep, I went out.
You back?
Not yet.
But I can still hear you.
Okay, let me see if I I went into the chat and I'm trying to come back in.
I'm gonna have to exit this one out and bring you back up, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Talking about me?
No, Miss Racine, because she went
Okay.
frozen for a second.
Anyway, Mom, you know why I'm making these blankets for, don't you?
Yes,
What I'm making them for?
your healing ministry.
Yep. And guess what? Guess what?
What?
You a healing ministry leader now too.
Okay,
You
I'm
a
back.
leader. You're a leader now. Guess why?
Why?
Cause I'm teaching you how to be a healing ministry leader. And Miss
So
Wade
you,
one too.
that's right. I'm following your guys' lead.
You can be a truck driver healing ministry.
That's right. So, moms, can I have you put me on the full screen and
Mhm.
I will show you just a few crochet and
Uh
knitting
huh.
needles that I have.
Now what you say? I didn't hear what you say, Miss Wade.
She was asking me to put it on a full screen
I know for what.
so she can show you what crochet needles and hooks that she has.
Oh, okay.
This is plumb full of knitting needles, crochet hooks and knitting needles, pom-pom maker. This little bag is plumb full of needles. If you ever get arthritis in your hands, these are therapeutic gloves.
Mm.
And I've got knitting needles, knitting needles, knitting needles, 2 pairs of scissors, a sewing kit from 0 to 7 crochet hooks, Tunisian needles. This bag has 9 pockets, and in each pocket, I've got 0 to 5 knitting needles. But I didn't have a 4. I have acrylic knitting needle. I've got 15 double point knitting needle.
You never need too much needles.
And look, I got 2 more sets of scissors.
You do need a lot of scissors. You do need a lot of knitting needles.
So Tom saw all this and he goes, didn't you have a size 4 knitting needle to make my socks? I had to go and buy you the size 4 at the yarn shop yesterday. I'm like,
Hey,
yep.
Miss Wade, I got a good idea.
Yes. What?
Leave half of it home and leave half of it in the truck.
I'm going to sort through that and do that.
Leave most of your knitting needles in the truck because you're going to need them the most.
Yes.
Well, did you ever finish that pair of socks that you was doing in the truck a few weeks ago?
I still have the purple ones in the semi, and that is on a size 2 40-inch circular knitting needle.
Before you leave tomorrow, pack up whatever you want to take. Pack it up tonight so you know how long you're going to be on that truck for.
Yes.
I am doing that.
And you and Miles are now officially uh healing ministry leader. I will point
Amen.
you on Miss Way as a truck industry ministry. So whatever you
Amen.
do, make the colors and heal people on the road.
Everyone, I'm going to turn my camera off for a second because my son wants to ask me a question. Y'all can still hear me, but I just don't feel comfortable putting him on camera unless he wants to. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
But y'all can
I'll
still
talk
hear
to
Okay.
me.
Wally. And
Oh,
so
I'm still going to be
Wally,
on. I'm
I'm
just
gonna
turning my
take.
camera off.
Yeah, that's
Did
fine.
you turn it
Anyway,
off, Mobs?
yeah, she can
Can
still
you
hear
Okay.
us.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my loom and a skein of yarn, and whenever we're ready, I'll have that in the truck.
Okay. But anyway, like I said, you're gonna be the truck driver healing ministry for me. So once a week,
Nice.
when you get a chance to come up to tell me, did you save any souls or anything? Let me know the names and then I'll write them down and see how many more can you do and everything like that.
Okay, that will work. And
So you
if
Hmm.
gotta
there's
use
anything that you want me to work, crochet or knit, and I'll make
anything.
a
You can make
project, and
anything
then
you
we'll see
want.
how.
You
Okay,
can make whatever you want for healing since you don't be on that much. So you can make whatever you
right.
want.
I'm
I
thinking
give you the
about
freaking.
buying myself one of those knitting machine things for the hats and stuff. Cause
That's an addict.
I seen one because I have an Amazon account and I seen one for about $52, and I'm thinking about buying it. I'm
Uh-huh.
debating.
You talking about one of those things that clink or not
Mm-hmm.
clinking? I don't know. Don't buy those. Don't buy those. I can't teach you on those. I can't teach you on those.
Cause girl,
Well, I can
me
make it
personally,
pretty fast. I can make a hat in 2 days.
I haven't made a hat since November. That was the last time I made a hat. It was in November, and it took me about like what 4 hours to do that hat.
And Mars, you are a healing ministry leader too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Whoever joined my ministry, whoever joined the channel of mine, they get promoted to be a healing ministry leader. We
Mm.
need more of them. And I
Well,
put
my
Miss Way at the
that's
I
why I
put
got
Miss
my
Way.
camera because I don't feel comfortable with him being in the kitchen and being on camera.
Okay.
He was fixing
I
something to
put
eat.
Miss
That's why
Way.
I turned my camera off and dinner's not ready yet.
Hey mom, I put Miss Way as the healing ministry truck driver for one. It was okay with you and your
Secretary
husband.
passenger.
But I
Yes.
know, while
What would?
I think she had to do some stuff with her son.
Oh,
can you
okay.
hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. What you?
My son is still in the kitchen. He's fixing something to eat. That's why my camera's still off, and I don't feel comfortable putting him on camera. That's all.
Okay. So what do
My
you think
camera.
about that, Mom?
I totally understand. That's respectable.
Mom, she's a truck driver healing ministry. What's about the idea?
That would be a good idea. And have you thought about putting your email in the description box, Wally?
No, not yet. You need to teach me how to do that.
Because
And
I
you
had
can
put
teach
mine
me how
up
to do
there a
that
few
because
weeks
everybody
ago.
asks for my
Go ahead, Miss
email
Mm.
address,
Racine.
and I don't know how to do it.
What you say, Miss Joy? What you
Oh,
say,
go
Miss
ahead. What
Joy?
you saying, Miss Racine?
Everybody keeps okay. Like when you're in the chat,
Uh huh.
everyone is in a blue, and I'm still in a green. Do I have to go to StreamYard and make an account to become a patron for YouTube?
Um, the ones that are in blue in the names, those are moderators for my channel, and the ones that doesn't have blue on their names are not moderators. That's the reason why it looks like that
Okay.
in the chat. Like when I click on your name, because I use my phone as well, that I can add you. So when you like, say if you come back up into the chat and you see your name in blue, that means that you're a moderator.
Okay.
So, what kind of healing ministry do you want to do, Mars?
Uh,
Tell me now so I can remember.
you gotta give me about a day to think.
I can't miss Rachel easily because she always on the road.
Yep.
Don't get. You gotta give me a second to think.
Do your husband mind doing that?
He don't crochet or anything.
Not you, Mars.
Don't give me the line. And I think I'm frozen again.
Mars, I'm asking Wade that question, not you.
Oh,
He doesn't mind as long as we're not at the Casper
I can't hear you now.
in
What you
road
say?
construction or in major cities.
Okay.
and I
And
think I'm
so
frozen.
if I can work around you guys being on in between those regulations, I can come on the YouTube and I can do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I talk with you before everybody goes on the podcast, and if you say help me to keep everybody on task, asking the same questions or a dozen of questions I'll have on a platform to keep us on task so that we can get the chat people to give us their answers,
Mhm.
or if they come up on the platform to kind of to say, hey, we can't talk about that, or I'll help more in the background, keeping everybody on task until I get a little bit more computer literate.
Okay. You can help me with my healing ministry then. One to do that. One thing
Well,
about
my bad,
And
Trinity,
James.
you
I
I
had
got
to
to be a
drop
Christian.
down
You got to
and come
be
back. Sorry, I had to drop down and come back because I was frozen.
okay. Fine. But anyway, do you mind doing the structure of a healing ministry? So you can
I'll
make
do
whatever
whatever
you want, just tell me what you
I
be
can to
making, stuff
help.
like that. So after
Okay.
promoting you that.
Well, the Lord showed me that we start doing stuff even before we are in a task. I have been making blankets, lap blankets, balls, and when I go through so many people, and as I'm doing my projects, I am praying over the projects, and people are like, you're not selling this, you just want to give it to me. What's your? And I'm like, I want to to bless you. And then they start crying.
Yeah. You're breaking up, Miss Racine.
People, and so if we gestures people to want to be coached too.
Can you drop back down and come back in again? I can't hear you.
Well,
Can't
I
hear
didn't hear
you,
what you
Miss
said.
when
Racine.
I'm talking, it's in an echo and it's like a 5 or 6 delay.
Oh, oh, Jesus, hallelujah.
Can you
Sorry, I
hear
had to
me,
sneeze.
Wally?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Now
Well, I'm
say
going
you
to
were
show
saying
you
no, I
what
didn't
I've
hear
done
you.
so far. My husband and stepson is saying it's dinner time, so I got to go make supper. But after dinner, if you guys are still on, I'll come back on. If not, we'll see you tomorrow night,
Yes.
Wally.
Yes, to my if whatever you want to talk about on Tuesdays is the healing ministry.
All right. Well, you
Yeah.
guys have a good evening, and
See, have a good
I
evening,
will
Miss
see and talk to
Racing.
you very soon.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
Well, don't forget to start your healing ministry tomorrow.
Yes.
It was never in it. Yeah, this one, that was the one that
Bye
she was talking.
bye.
Good night, Miss Racing.
Bye.
Miss Racing. I couldn't get your name out. Sorry.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye. See you later. Have a
that's
good
okay.
dinner.
I'll do it.
So what do you think about that idea, Miles? Sign people to this when ministries.
Why should you did? You ate all mine. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I'll give you the rest of it. I'm listening to Wally. That was still my son. And
So
here's the
what
picture.
so what do you think about that idea?
That would be good.
Like ask them what kind of ministry they want to do in the healing ministry and do it.
Like, I honestly think that, like, people can still be part of Harold
Ministry.
there you go. People can still join, but do different things, like different like stitches and stuff to do it.
Yeah. I told him as well. She can do the truck driving one. I'm
We
not
just get
mad at her doing it.
together to do like figure out what colors we're going to do each week.
Okay. But what kind of ministry do you want to do? It don't have to be the same one that I'm doing.
You gotta give me a minute to think about that. I don't know. I never thought of it. You put me
Just
on the
think,
spot, Wally.
just think of it, whatever come in your mind. Anything.
Girl, I don't know.
Okay, I can help you. Most people got the want to do heal. They want to heal. They want to see people get healed. They want to see people cast out demons, prophecy, um, cast out devils, ministry, music, whatever you want to do.
Girl, you put me on the spot right now. I don't know yet. Give me about 2 days.
Where can I get? When can I get an answer from you?
Probably in the next 2 days.
Can I give you till Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay. So whoever joins me have to tell me what they want to do in the healing ministry.
Yeah, girl, you put me on the spot right now. I can't think right now.
Now, Ma, teach me how to put the email you said.
So, when you go to your channel on your phone, I'm gonna
Hold on,
have
I'm
to
about to go do. Hold on, I'm about to go do it now. Hold on. Can you still hear me?
uh-huh.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to do it. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta get to my channel first. Okay, go to my channel. Hold on. Okay, go to my channel and do what?
Okay. You see where it says manage videos and your subscribers and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So you go to where that pencil thing is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Click on that,
Mm-hmm.
and then it will say descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
You click on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put in your email. Once you click on that, you type in your email. That's considered your description box right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put in your email, whatever you want to put in there. And then once you're done doing that, you hit OK, and then your email is right there. So if anybody in your on your channel wants to get in contact with you, they can contact you through your email. Wally,
What?
you're frozen.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. You was frozen for a second.
I know, could I admit, but can you guess how many subscribers I got?
How many?
65.
That's good.
So
That's
they have to
really good.
email me and tell me what they want to do in their healing ministry, right?
Yes, if anybody wants to contact you, they can send you an email, but you just have to check it at least a couple days a week.
Okay, I will. Do you need an email about anything about the healing ministry or anything?
Girl, I got your personal number. I can call you. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know why
good.
you got ask me that question.
Oops, I don't know.
Why would you even ask me that question that I can just call you?
Oh, no. So the next monkey I need to make it the king size, right?
Yes. Because I
King
know
size
just
take.
for this month alone, for myself, I know just for the rest of I know the month of March, because I do this every year. The month of March, I do nothing but pot holders and shawls for the month of March.
Mm-hmm.
That's just for myself. And in the process, that I do like other projects, but it's mainly pot holders and shawls for the month of March, and I do it like every year
Mm-hmm.
because that's my way of using up some of the yarn I get.
How about this, Ma?
Huh?
Well, tell me what you like to make the most.
Me personally, I like to make dishcloths, but I normally don't do that until the month of June.
Hey, Moss, I got a great idea for you.
What?
Since you like dishcloths, what else you like to make besides dishcloths?
I would pretty much like to make a little bit of everything.
Since you like to make a little thing of everything, you can do a clothing, a care package ministry.
That's true.
since you say you know how to make a little bit of everything, you can start doing that.
But I do like to make a little bit of everything.
So that will be your new healing ministry.
Cause I do know like certain months I make certain things just for that particular month. Cause
Yeah,
I know
to
the
do
month of
that
March.
and then put like a care package together.
That's true.
And then I'll tell you if anybody need a care package, I'll let you know. And then you can start passing them out to people or send them to people who really need them. I'll let you know. Or better yet, you can do that.
Yeah.
There you go. What you gonna say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was a good idea to let me do a truck healing ministry for real.
Yeah, that is
So I
true.
got the healing blanket ministry. Afghans and stuff. Afghans and blankets. And Mom doing the care package ministry.
Woo. Girl almost did that thing with the chair again.
So when do you want to start your care package ministry?
I'll probably start. I ain't gonna say the month of March because I can't do. I will be focused on what other projects I'm doing in the month of March.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the with certain months I do like a lot of stuff during certain months, and it's just like if I add on another thing during that particular month, it's gonna be too overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. Just you got to report back to me, tell me how this goes. Did you save any souls and anything like that? And that's about it.
Right? I didn't sew nothing in. Hi Miss Ray. Miss Ray Sunshine's here.
After I say hey and tell her thank you for joining my healing ministry.
So she says, "Hey Wally, hey Mox, Wally in chat. Wally's trying to stay organized, all interested in her inbox, and she can respond accordingly." Yeah, that's another reason why I had mentioned about her email address to be so she can respond to people. Cause I got mine if anybody wants to like. I was telling her what I was doing, Miss Ray Sunshine. Oh, and my food will be done in about like the next 45 minutes, and I can't wait to eat. Can't wait to eat. So it'll be about the what's the what I'm looking for? The 2 hour and 15 mark that I will be on because we've been on for an hour and 48 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So tell Miss White, thank you for joining me in my healing ministry.
She can
If you
hear
have
you. You
any
know that,
questions,
right?
huh?
You know she can hear you, right?
Oh, anything
You
you got
forgot,
a question about it, just email me. Same for you, Mobs.
girl. I got your personal number.
Call me anytime you need helping hand, Mobs.
Here, girl, I got your personal call number. So why would I email you for, and I can call you any time of the day?
Oh yeah, that's true. Anytime today after 4. Yeah.
Miss Rose Sunshine, yes. For anybody that's coming in late, I am making oxtails, lima beans, sweet cornbread. So that's for dinner.
Oh shoot, hold on, put me over here so I can show everybody. Now
You know,
everybody,
I was down in the kitchen.
huh?
I was asking Miss Ray's question.
Oh, do
I made
anybody got a
roast last week.
do anybody got a question for me about the healing ministry? Anybody new want to join? Just tell me what kind of healing ministry you want to do. So so
And Miss,
anybody want to join? Just tell me what you want to do and see if I've agreed to it. If I've agreed to it, you're gonna be a new ministry leader.
oh Miss Ray, I made roast last Sunday.
So Miles and Miss Way, congratulations, you just moved up.
Yeah. Yeah, because Ms. Ray, you had missed it where I was telling her like next month, the month of March, I'll be doing my pot holders and stuff like that next month. Because the whole month of March, I go do nothing but pot holders. So was telling her that I can't really do the month. I can still do it, but not the month of March and June, where I can't do it. November, no, in October. Those are 3 months out the years. I can't really do much. March, June, and October, I really can't do much as far as anything. Because those are the 3 months I specifically focus out of the year to do certain projects. But the rest of the year, I'm cool.
You say you're not full?
That I was saying that those like certain months I can't really do much because of what I got going on. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like saying that the other month, the rest of the year, I can do it.
Alrighty. And Miles, you gotta tell me every day, Wahisha. Make different bed blankets.
I would teach you.
No, you gotta remind me to keep doing them.
The more you do them, the more easier it comes.
So one day, how many more left? I gotta learn how to make.
So far, you have to do your king size blanket. Work on that for the king size blanket. I would teach you how to do pot holders. I would teach you how to do shawls. I would teach you how to do bath towels and stuff. I would teach you how to do those things. They're really easy. And I would
Okie
teach you how
dokie.
to read the pattern. Girl, you know I was self
Mom,
taught to read the pattern?
Can I say something to you?
Yes.
You the best friend I ever had.
Thank you.
You're
You're my best
welcome.
friend.
Who's your number one best friend?
Wally.
For real?
Yeah.
Why you call me your number one best friend?
Because you are.
Tell me why I'm your number one best friend, first of all.
It's a lot. It ain't a lot. I can't just think of one.
You can say whatever you want to say. I'm not gonna be mad.
That's a lot. I just can't say
Oh,
one. It's like me saying one is like me not saying nothing at all.
oh, never mind.
Oh, my oxtails is almost done.
I can't believe it. Bad tails? What bad tails?
A what?
You said a bath towel?
Girl, yeah, I make bath towels, dishcloths, all that.
I heard of dish towel, but I never heard of no towel out of crocheting.
It's pretty much you using the same material that you use for your dishcloths, but as a towel.
Oh, okay. I got a question. I'm gonna ask you this. This goes my ministry. Do you think? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to ask you to get a second opinion on it. What
What's
about the
that?
rest of the colors? It have more than one problem. They can be like big blankets and bigger blankets. How about that? And anyone has two less, they can be a lock-in blanket.
That sounds fine to me. That sounds perfectly fine to me.
All right, because I didn't want to do it without asking another opinion. Get a second opinion on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds fine to me.
So what do you think I should do? Keep the one the oh shoot. Make this for only for people who anyway, right? Up for them. Mother, you come back to the screen?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm stirring up my food. That's all. I'm still watching.
Okay. What about these can be only lock-in blankets for wet only, and then the rest of the colors that I got, I can make them as bed blankets.
Like it really doesn't matter how it goes, as long as you're using the colors to make a certain project for anybody. Like, say if somebody asks you to make them a blanket for this particular, like for anger or anxiety, whatever. A young and you go to that color. Go ahead and use that color to based off of whatever they ask for. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and do that. Like, say somebody got like anxiety, and you know you got colors for anxiety, and but they ask you to make a blanket, right? As long as you know that
Mm-hmm.
person got anxiety and you know the color to go to it, go ahead and make them that blanket.
But what kind of blanket should I make them?
Make whatever blanket.
Cause I got king, queen, full, and twin.
Just ask them what size do they want. If they want a lap blanket, make them a lap blanket. If they want a twin size blanket, make them a twin size blanket. Or if they want, like, say if they want like some pot holders in that color, make them some pot holders, or make them a dishcloth or whatever they ask for in that particular color.
Okay.
Now
But that
I'm
ain't
still with my food.
but that ain't still healing them. How they gonna heal?
It's going to heal them. It's going to help them.
Oh, okay. So what's the next project I need to learn how to make from with you besides this one?
Um,
And blanket side I'm talking about.
I can show you how to make a baby blanket. Those are like real quick and easy. You'll get that done within a day.
Do I make baby blankets already? What the granny square baby blankets?
No, what you made in the gray square blanket was actual blanket. I'm talking about a baby blanket out of the yarn that I'm working with.
Oh.
I'm going to show you how to work with a bulky yarn. And Ray of Sunshine, I'm not too sure what's my meal plan for this week because I don't have no idea until I figure it out when I get off my live tonight.
So you gonna teach me how to make a real baby blanket, not a granny square baby blanket?
Yes, I'm going to teach you how to do that. Because my last blanket, and I'm going to show you how to make a baby blanket out of a bulky yarn.
Well, you can teach me how to bulky yarn, but can I do it with any kind of yarn besides bulky? For me,
Girl, only reason why I say bulky yarn is because it's much softer than a smaller yarn.
I know. I love for any type of yarn. I can use any type of yarn.
I know that, but if you use a bulky yarn for a baby blanket, you get done so much faster.
I think I got some in gray. I got some gray one.
And Miss Ray Sunshine says also blankets for. Oh, sorry, I'm sitting here drooling. My bad, y'all. Says also blankets for maybe kids in kids hospital. Then it doesn't need to be that big. Yeah, you right, Miss Ray.
Can you teach me how to make kid size blankets too?
They're really easy. You're pretty
Cause I
much doing
never
the
made it.
same thing of what you're doing now, but a lot smaller.
You
Where
gotta
you
teach me how
only
to make
need
those.
3 or 4 balls of yarn to do it.
So finish this yarn up and I'm done with this blanket for a queen size, right?
Yes. Finish that up and you'll be done for a queen. Because if you want to learn how to work with a bulky weight like I'm using now, it's real easy. But the
But
only
how much
problem
the bulky weight cost? That's the question. How
it
much the
all
bulky weight cost?
it all depends on the brand. Cause that mine's like I like to use baby brunette yarn, and
Never use baby yarn. That's what I'm asking you.
baby brunette bulky yarn costs almost $10 a ball. But if you're using a cheap version of baby brunette, it's about almost $6 a ball.
Can I show you the? Hold on, I got the bulky yarn. I want you to see like quick.
I'm gonna use it.
I bought it as a test run to see if I like it before I decided to buy some more in these type of yarns. This is Hometown USA. Hometown USA. And this is Hometown USA too. And what number? What brand? These are 6. Have you ever done a 6 yarn before?
I'm working with it now.
Okay. Can I put these 2 colors together?
Yeah.
Well, what size book do I really need to use in these type of blankets?
You would need no L11.
Can I use the bigger hook size I got in my case in my drawer?
Yes, you're gonna need L11.
A bigger hook size to say that, right?
Yes, it's the
Can I
hook
use an
size
end?
of the
An end big?
I11. Here,
Can
do
I
you
use
see the
the end? An end big?
It's an L.
Can I use the end?
Nope, you got to use an L.
Let me show you the biggest size I got so you can understand the little as I got. My kid. Oh no. Aha, bigger kid. I got a J bigger. I got an N. I think that's a J. Hold on, let me see the big one.
Probably Miss Ray, if somebody like donates yarn to me or to Wally, we probably can make a lot more than what we are not doing now because like me and Wally Ray, we pay for our own yarn.
I got a J. I got an N. I got an H. I got an L. I got a bigger L.
F won't work.
No, what do I do?
It's an L.
Oh, L, yeah, is it L11?
No, it's a hold on. It's a L. 8.00 millimeters.
Yep, use that hook.
Okie dokie.
Just trying to get it down. Move the wheelchair. Yeah, L 8 millimeter 00 will work.
Okay. Huh? Yeah.
We can probably do that, Miss Ray, for kids with cancer.
Do what?
She was saying also we can do stuff for like kids, hats and scarves for like people that's losing that got cancer.
Okay. Who gonna send it to him?
Like, do you got a local children's hospital or something like that where you live at?
We don't have kids like that here.
Really, Miss Ray?
What you say now?
Saying that you child
Yeah.
smells like delicious Sunday dinner.
Man.
Your
So
stuff
when
is
do you
fine.
want to start? You want to start on Monday?
We can.
I got these two yarns. We can go do Monday.
Yeah, we can.
Are you free Monday to do it? So you can teach me how to use the bigger size hook?
Bro, what time you coming on Monday?
Oh shoot,
That's
we
the
can't do
question.
Monday. What time? No, shoot. Can you get me started before my live starts?
I probably can.
Okay.
Because I don't get home from work until like 5 o'clock on Monday.
I don't get home till like 4. I'm close to 5 almost.
Because I don't get home until like 5 Monday. Tuesday, I ain't going to get home until like almost 6. And then Wednesday, I come up Wednesday.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, can we do it Monday before?
And
I'll get
then
up
I got
online.
class on Thursday. I think the only 2 days this week that I really have free time is Friday and Saturday.
You got to work Sunday next week?
No, I'm off Sunday, but remind you, I do a lot of housework on Sundays before I come up on live on Sundays.
Oh yeah, sure do. So
So,
this is Lion Blend Stick Yarn. You know that, right?
yeah.
Okay, this is the cover. Good. Can you see the color?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. What color does this look like to you? Hold on, not the blue in it.
It looks like a velvet color, like a velvet blue, purple.
Okay, so what about these two? Can they go together, or do I need to not put them together?
And don't put them together.
Shoot. Hold on, let me see. I got another scheme. each of these. If I got a scheme on another each of these, then I can do it. Hold on. Oh Lordy, I gotta look in. God dang it, what did I do with all my yarn? Okay, yarn bug. Oh, I do got another one of these. Oh, I do got another one of those. Oh, I do it. Thank you. There you go. I can finish that blanket up. I do got another one of those. I can finish that blanket up. Oh. Okay. What about two of these?
Yes.
So you want to do it Monday before I start my live, right?
Yes. But what time are you coming on live on Monday?
I usually come up on Mondays around 6 o'clock or 6:30.
That'll be fine, because I'll be home before then.
I know that's why I'll wait until that time because everybody is getting home that time. Before 6, it's 6:30 on Mondays.
Yeah.
It get them enough time to do what they gotta do, and then I come on that time.
Ms. Ray Sunshine said she loves your outfit, Wally, and your hairdo. I did a pretty good. She said that she do a pretty good hairdo twist. I'm going to see if my twist can work 2 weeks. And then she
Uh-huh.
says that does Walmart sell yarn you would make for kids blankets or baby blankets? Yes they do. But they have a they sell it, but a very bad selection.
You gotta know what brand you looking for too.
Especially if you go into Walmart, they have a very bad selection in yarn.
They kind of do. You just have to. No, hold on. Any Walmart, you just have to know the name of the brand and the color you're looking for in that brand. That's it.
Yeah.
So, what time on Monday you want to start this idea with me with these two colors? Are you making one
Like
with
if
me, or
you
you gonna
started
do one?
off a white Wally,
Can I do mine in different stitches, or have to be the same stitch you doing?
you can do it in different stitches.
Okay.
Like, I can show you how
Can
to
we
start
make
it
a baby?
off.
Mm-hmm.
I can show you how to start it off, but it doesn't matter what stitch that you use.
Okay. What stitch you think I should use? The double or the single?
Use a double. Definitely use a
Like the
double.
double I'm doing on the queen size blanket?
Yes. Definitely
Okay.
use a double, not a single.
But how do I do the ending of the double? I do I do three for my ending of the double.
So when you get down to your very last row, to your last stitch, to tie it off, the same way that you're doing your blanket now and tying it off is the same exact way.
Okay. We can do that tomorrow then. Tomorrow I got it. Thank you, Mom. You gonna teach me how to
It's
do a lot of stuff.
exactly the same way. Tying that off, that's how you tie your blanket off.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Mom. Now I got something to learn how to make. You know the other stuff you teaching me ain't gonna be for my healing ministry. You know that, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I might use for the healing ministry gonna be the baby blanket, the kids blanket, and the bedside blanket, and the Afghan too. What do you think about those ideas for the healing ministry?
That would be doing. Do whatever you want during the healing ministry. Miss
No, I'm
Ray's
saying I'm
sunshine.
making.
I was
No,
gonna
I'm
read what Miss
asking.
Ray said. She said, "Oh my, can Wally make ordering recommendations on her channel, and maybe people can be a part of her ministry by donating." Not sure if that is what she had in mind for participation.
Now what's
Okay, was wondering if people can be like when she comes like ordering recommendations on your channel, and then if people start ordering, that people can start making donations for like yarn and stuff like that, and they can send it to you on your channel if that's what you meant.
kind of like that? But I meant some. You kind of a little bit like that, when not all the way like that.
Look, everyone, give me a second. I do have to go potty.
I ain't having no names. I just want people to do healing ministry in their own hometown. Miles, why you mute yourself?
Girl, remember I told you I had to go to the bathroom?
Oh yeah.
I'm
I
drying
just
my
want
hands
people
now.
to. I just want people to start their own healing ministries in their own hometowns. Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. 'Cause, like, I know
So,
I heard you. What do I sell? My famous things that I do sell that a lot of people that orders from me is baby blankets and pot holders. Those are the main two things I normally sell from that people always ask me for. And thank you, Ms. Ray of Sunshine, for telling everybody that for me.
What she do?
She was saying that welcome to Mom's Lives today. Please hit the thumbs up, share and subscribe to the channel. If not yet done, Mom's dinner is almost done. And yes, it is because I had it on since like almost 12:30 this afternoon. And thank you for doing that, Ms. Ray. And I'm glad that you are here with us, spending time with us. And thanks for coming up last night too, Ms. Ray. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm still tired.
I went to sleep.
Sleep. I'm still tired from after last night.
You almost was too. It almost being like,
What I learned how to do, it depends on time too. Go through all your questions. Do the things you know how to do.
And she said,
somebody music on there. Mom,
huh? I'm right
anything wrong in the background
Go back to the ones you might struggle
here. My
with.
food,
Happen, you should get.
besides your food?
You should get.
my husband and my son is talking.
Look at your text.
Oh, ain't no TV on doing this.
No,
I can do the hard work.
Okay.
I don't got no TV on. I'm in the kitchen. Girl, how am I going to watch TV and I'm in the kitchen?
I ain't talking about you.
No, I'm in the kitchen and he's in the room. Ain't no TV on.
Okay.
I was about to read you what Miss Ray Sunshine said.
Oh, tell me what you said.
She said, "Gotcha, Wally. That's why I asked, and I think your idea of we doing it in our own town, the outreach is bigger."
Best one I ever had.
Yep, that's what I want to do for everybody.
And yes, Miss Ray, over 5 hours of cooking because I started cooking around like 12:30, 1 o'clock this morning. I just added my beans about like an hour ago. My cornbread's done. So I'm going. I love to cook, Miss Ray, because many times you came up on my channel and seen me cooking some. But next week, I figured out what I'm going to make next week though.
What is it?
Smothered pork chops. Smothered pork chops, whole potatoes smothered in some garlic sauce, and let it boil down a little bit for my next Sunday dinner. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. And it's going to take
So the
45
green
minutes.
one has to be the pink. So the next color I'll make, the green one has to be a king size blanket, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the same sets I'm using for the king size, right? I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
king size I use for the queen. Do it for the queen. Do it for the
Like
king,
whatever,
right?
it doesn't matter what stitch that you use for your blanket, because I used like my last before I started doing my husband's blanket. The last blanket I made was a made. I'll be sometimes I do make up my own stitches while I be doing my blankets.
Okay.
So sometimes I do make up my own stitches when I do be doing my blankets. So the last blanket I did, it was a mixture of a half double in the middle. But once I started going towards the outskirts, it was this one stitch that I remembered that somebody did, and I was like, so I'm gonna throw my half doubles in that stitch in the same blanket.
Teach me how to do, like, I want to do a granny square, but I want to do it like single and double granny square.
You can do that.
How can I do that? That's what I'm asking you.
Like, okay, when you know how when you start off with your like, say if you start off with a half double, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your first row would be like a half double. Second row is single.
I want to do it as a granny square. I want to do it like in the beginning, all the way up to the middle. It's gonna be double. And the rest of the way gonna be like singles.
Yeah.
So how can I do it that way?
You can like doesn't matter what order that you go in.
I want to do the double up to the middle square, and once it gets to the middle square, and the rest of it gonna be in singles.
Then start off as a half double, and then when you get to like whatever, just do it that way.
Half double. I'm doing doubles.
Oh, if you do it with the doubles, then start off with the double or whatever one you start with, and then like switch back and forth.
Okay.
Just
Do
switch
you know
back and
how to
forth.
do the single and granny squares?
Yes.
Do you know how to do the single and granny squares? Teach me how to do the single and granny squares so I quit.
Girl, do I have to go get the rest of my yarn?
No. Show me on my next blanket, okay?
Got you.
Cause I ain't done with this blanket yet. Once I get done with this blanket, with the green one, you can show me how to do it. Cause that's my one to do it on my green one.
Because if I'm doing the single crochet, I go back and forth. I don't go in the round.
Oh, never mind then.
Because like if you doing a king size blanket and stuff like that, I go back and forth.
I'm doing it in the round, not back and forth. I don't want to do back and
So
forth.
then I can do it in the round, but I choose not to. I just go back and forth.
Okay, I just stick to what I usually make in the granny
It's
square
like
stitch
really,
right
it's
here.
really easy.
Huh?
If you do it in the back and forth, it's really, really easy.
So don't do it in the round of a granny square.
No, if you're doing a single crochet.
I'll try to single crochet in the granny square to make it more prettier in the granny square.
Because my one blanket is a back and forth single crochet.
Oh, never mind. I'll just stick.
See you later, Miss Ray.
I stick to the double granny square blanket thing in different sizes.
It's really easy if you do the single crochet in the back and forth. But the only thing about it though, you're gonna have to change so many stitches. You're gonna have to change so many in order to get to the length that you want.
Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna stick to this size for blankets.
Here.
I think I accidentally left my charger at school. But that's fine. I can just plug it in there.
Syrup. You need syrup?
Yeah, I really do. And a fork.
Uh,
Or I can just eat it like a taco. Man, I should not have eaten any of those pickles.
Stomach hurts.
Yup.
Crap.
Wait, you can sit there. Sorry.
What you looking for?
Come for you, son.
Mom, what you doing with syrup on the screen?
What?
Can you just put these upstairs with me?
What are you doing with syrup on the screen?
I just think I want to just. I'm just gonna leave that down here for now.
That's your dad's orange juice. He asked to be up. That's why.
Huh?
He asked. What you say, Wally?
I said, what was that cell doing on the screen?
The ceiling.
The syrup.
Oh, my son asked me
Maple
for syrup.
syrup.
Oh, he asked me for some syrup.
Oh.
Can you give me that knife, please?
Oh, okay.
That knife, that was literally what I was just using. Where'd it
Right
go?
there.
Where's it?
Because he
So
asked me
what's
for
the
some
next
kind of
blanket I need
syrup.
to
That's
learn for
why.
like well, the first one I need to learn is a baby blanket first, right?
A what?
Baby blanket the first thing I need to learn in regular blanket types, right?
Actually, you actually in the like second stage of doing blankets right now as we speak.
What stage?
Like the second stage. You already,
Why
if
you
you
say that?
know how to do a blanket that size, you already know how to do a baby blanket.
The Granny Square was a baby blanket. Granny Square baby blanket.
Girl, if you already know how to do a blanket, you know how to do a baby blanket.
But I never done it in chunky yarn.
It's the same concept.
But you have to teach me how to do it.
Girl, you know how you did start off with that blanket there?
Mhm.
It's the same concept in the chunky yarn.
Oh.
It's the same concept in the chunky yarn. It's just that the chunky yarn is bigger.
Can you just still teach me how to do it just in case? Because I don't know how to
Yes.
use that yet. And I'm not comfortable with it yet.
Yes. Along like you're doing, you already know how to make a blanket, right?
Yes.
Just think of the concept of doing the same exact blanket that you're doing now, just in a chunky.
But I don't get the what? Eh, I don't want to do the baby blanket into like a granny square baby blanket because most people don't like they like granny square baby blankets, but some of them want to be the traditional back and forth type. You know what
So
I
with that
mean?
being said, you can still do with the back and forth granny square, but you have to chain a certain with that back and forth granny square. You have to chain a certain amount to get to the width of the baby blanket. Okay, and when that amount of stitch that okay, when you get say if the baby blanket is, I'm going to just throw out a number.
Hmm.
They want you chain about, I'm going to say 25 stitches, right?
That's my thing I might do for that one. You know, 25 stitches.
So
Okay.
chain 25, right? Chain
Hmm.
two. That chain two, where it gives you 27, gives you that 27 counts as your original stitch. If you, all depends, are you doing a triple or a half double or a quadruple?
I'm doing a double.
Okay, if you do a double, it's a multiple of 3.
Okay.
So that gives you 28 stitches. So when you
Okay.
turn your work, you're going to go over into that third stitch from your hook. And then that's when you do your clusters of your doubles into that same exact stitch. And then when you go over, you skip, I think you skip, yeah, you skip 3. You skip 3, do another 3 clusters in that skip 3 until you get to all the way to the other end.
You gonna have to show me that
When
one
you
because
get
I
to the
don't
very
remember.
last end, when you get to the last end, you do a triple in that very last stitch, and then you chain another three, and then you do when you turn your work again, that same stitch that you just did your chain three, you do a cluster of two because that chain three counts as one. Then you do a cluster of two in that stitch, and then you do the same, and then you go back and forth, back and forth. It's pretty much a one row repeat.
The double I learned that you go in each one, the a double in each one.
One of these days, I'm going to have to show you what I'm talking about in order to do a baby blanket. In order for me to show, if I explain it to you, it doesn't make sense, but if I show you, it makes sense.
Yes, that's what I'm meant to say to you. Yes, 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 yes.
So when I start my next blanket, I will show you.
Let me know when you get ready to start the next blanket so I can join you making one too. Okay.
Got you. This is hard for me to explain it because a lot of
Yeah.
people that ask me if I can show them how do I do my stitches because everybody do stitches differently, and it's like explaining it is like reading backwards to a person that is autistic.
For me, it ain't backwards. For me, when you show me, it's easier for me to understand and easier for me to look at it. And then once you do it, a video controller on it, I can go back and say, oh, this is how you do it. And then I remember how to start it off, and then I know how to keep going and going and going.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
the only
like
way I learned
it's
how to play
really
that.
easy and simple. So once I do my next blanket like that, I will show you. But my chain is going to be more than what I'm going to be showing you. So when I start off, I will text you or call you and let you know when I'm doing it.
Okay. That would be even better. So then it'd be easier for me to see you doing it. See somebody doing it is easier instead of I'll let you go, Mom, since your food almost done.
I'm coming, Wally. I'm asking my husband something. I'm about to check and see first.
I think I messed that one up. Yeah, yes I did. I pulled the wrong one out. I supposed to pull this one out, leave that one in the back. Oops. I think I did. Oh, let me see. I got another one. Let me see. I do this one. I missed that one. Let me see how you really do it. 'Cause I think I missed that one. I think I missed that one. Let me see if I do it again. If I
I
do it
was
on a
asking
different.
my husband something. Hey, me TV. Wally, me TV says her your hair looks nice.
Thank you, thank you.
too. I'm shocked, Wally. I'm shocked.
What? Why you
That
chalk for?
normally TV normally misses me,
Yeah, you have my bonnet on.
and I'm happy Me TV is here.
Miles, you receive me with my bonnet on.
I normally do too. I was going to ask you, where is your body?
Off my head.
Thank you, Me TV. I'm about to cut my fro again, and it's time for me to do a trim.
Hey, Mom, ask me TV a question for me.
You know she can hear you, right?
Oh, me TV. What kind of healing ministry do you want to do in your own hometown?
You
What she say?
know, uh, she said she can hear you.
What kind of healing ministry do you want to do in your own hometown?
You gotta tell her, Wally, because she asking what kind of healing ministry.
Healing ministry is to heal somebody from sex problems and stuff like that. If you got the question, you can make whatever you want to make the healing with, and specific colors that I got a list of, and that's about it. The question I'm trying to ask you is what kind of healing ministry you want to do in your own hometown, and I'm selecting you as your own healing ministry leader. We fight for other people, heal for other people's problems, and stuff like that. What you say now, Moms?
She said that she's kind of private, so that means that she don't know yet. That pretty much means that she will have to think about it because of the type of person that she is. She said because I don't really have many friends, I don't really socialize. Girl, you ain't never lied, Me TV. I swear, if it wasn't for everyone that's on here, I would not be socializing other than going to work. I swear, you ain't never lied. I said other than people on here and stuff like that. That's include you, Wally. So be quiet. I
Oh,
would not be socializing.
you do more than socialize with me. You socialize with me. I'm the phone.
Girl, half the time I be at work or sleep.
If it wasn't for me calling you sometimes to talk to you.
Girl, you be calling me at the wrong moment. Girl, I still love you though. I still love you. I still love you. I still love you. I still love
Hmm.
you.
Why you have to
Why you
say
have to
that?
say that?
Huh?
Say what?
Why you say I be calling you at the wrong time?
Because I normally be in the bathroom when you call me.
Oh.
That's why I always say I'll call you back.
What to say in the chat?
Me TV says I like to hear Wally talk about ministry. I love her explorations. And she wants to know that I know I am Me TV. but I'm not too sure about Wally.
About Wood.
If we are subscribed to her.
Oh yes. What kind of ministry you want me to talk about, TV? What she say?
Nothing yet. Cause I know I'm subscribed to you, Me TV, but I'm not too sure about Wally. Are you subscribed to her, Wally?
To who?
Me TV.
Yeah.
She was just asking if we would subscribe to her.
Oh, okay.
She said, your explanations about the healing and the colors. And you're welcome, Me TV. Cause I think I had shared your link out about a week or so ago when for
When I
everybody
was
to
on live, right?
a what?
When I was on live that one day you did, and I clicked on it. Remember?
Yeah, because I couldn't remember which one it was. I know it was one of them, but I shared out everybody's channel name.
And I clicked on one of them. Did I not? Right?
Yes. I'm not too sure if you did or didn't, Wally, because I really wasn't. I know I shared out a lot of people's channels that particular day. And thank you, Me TV, for hiding that.
Okay. The healing ministry is to heal people, and you can do it in your own home too. Here's the colors that you need to heal people with. You need red, blue, gray, yellow, green, purple, rainbow, and white.
Oh, you're
Orange, brown,
Me TV.
and black. Red is for stress and anger. Blue is for peace, faith, worry, and hospital. Gray is for depression and anxiety. Yellow is for emotion, hope, happiness. Gels can be yellow or green. And diabetes. Green is for health, headaches, jealousy again, kindness and light. Purple represents pass away. Rainbow represents autism, and white represents cancer. Orange represents happy emotion. Brown represents a season of stress and reality. Black represents the art of living as soulful, artistic, and powerful. And those are the colors you need for the healing method. You can make it whatever you want to make.
Yeah, Me TV says, I try to get to both of your lives, but sometimes I am doing something. And she also said, Wally, I'm trying to understand what I see. Remember, I told you I can see things other people can't. You should put colors info in your about section.
Yeah? Hold on, I'll be right back.
You're fine. And you're right, BTV. And I'm doing good, me TV. Cooking and crocheting at the same time. My food will be done in a little bit. So I'm going to probably hop off in the next couple minutes so I can finish dinner. How you been doing me TV? I'm making oxtails, beans, and cornbread. Cause I started my dinner around 12:30, 1 o'clock, and it's almost 7:30. Now my cornbread is done now, but I got it still sitting in my oven so it can still stay warm so it won't get cold.
Oh, dog, chicken, I know what that
I'll
is.
be there to watch it. But what I normally cook takes like hours to cook. That's the reason why it's taking so long. And I'm going to probably hop off in a couple minutes so I can put my dinner in to eat. Because the only people that's going to be eating is me and my husband because my son don't won't eat it.
I'll be right back. I gotta do some stuff, okay?
Okay. And that reminds me, I gotta do a short video to tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning or. Oh, thank you for coming past. That's fine. Thank you so much to be coming past me, TV. I appreciate it. I understand everybody have things to do. I just appreciate you coming past. That also reminds me I gotta do a short video probably tomorrow or Tuesday because I haven't did a short video in like what almost 2 3 weeks now. Oh, so for everybody, this is what I got so far in my shawl. This is the it's upside down, but this is the way it's supposed to be as far as my shawl. I'm gonna make myself big so everybody can see it. Oh, trust me, me TV. I'm gonna be there. Trust me. So as soon as you post it, I will get a notification and I'll watch it. So this is the right way of the shawl, but like, cause when you go around with it, it's supposed to go like across your back, but and everybody do it from the bottom, like the right way down. But I do it the complete opposite, where I do it upside down. So that's how I normally do my shows. Is like when I do everything is somewhat backwards sometimes. Oh, you're welcome, me TV. Anytime I, because I think I have a thank you. I just do mine backwards compared to most people. It's like this is the right way if I hold it up like this, and some people do it from this way across from the top, the right way down. But I do it from the bottom up. Right now I'm making a shawl. Right now, me TV. This that's what I'm working on now. It's like because like I do my shawls backwards compared to a lot of people. I am using a half double crochet right now for my shawls. I used to do triple crochets at one point for my shawls, but I noticed that if I do a triple, it takes me a lot longer for a triple than instead of half doubles. So I started using half doubles because I know it's quicker for me. Like I still know how to use it, do a triple, but it's quicker and easier for me to do a half double on my shawls. Because when I found out that I can do a half double on my shawls, oh, I started doing half doubles, and it's quicker and easier and faster for me. How hot is it down there where you live at, me TV? And yes, I did finish this blanket last Sunday. 'Cause last Sunday when I was working on it, I think yeah, I finished it last Sunday, and the only thing I had to do was a border. Well, me TV, I'm coming down to where you live at, cause I love 80-degree weather. Cause where I live at, I don't like the cold. I can walk around in shorts all day. I would love to come down there and like live where you would live at. Ooh, I can go to the beach every day, me TV, every day, especially in that kind of weather. Yes, I'll be at the beach every day. I love 80-degree weather. I don't mind lizards. I think lizards to me is like how can I put this? Like flies. Lizards to me is like flies. I don't mind. It might scare the mess out of me, but I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind at all. And plus, on top of that, I have two cats. They'll probably think the lizards are food. If if the lizards do try to come in my house, that I have two cats, they'll probably try to eat them or kill them, one or two, or play with them. So they might try to play with them. So I honestly don't know. And I know I'm about to get off of here shortly within the next like what 3 minutes. Cause I've been on for about 3 hours, so and I still have to eat. So I'm gonna have to call Wally later and tell her I'm getting off. So that's what I'm gonna wind up doing now is getting off because it's time for me to eat, and it's like really late for me to eat. Normally I'm eating by now. So I am going to see everyone later after I get done with this cluster here. So I'm going to say good night, everyone. And thanks everyone for coming past. And thank everyone for the thumbs up. And thanks everyone for watching the replay. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you. Good night, y'all.